Good morning everyone, and welcome to another new video on the channel. Do please remember to like, comment and subscribe because it really helps us with this brand new channel. It is Saturday the 22nd of November and today we're back to the Redcar seafront for some Northern Premier League Division 1 East action as Redcar Athletic take on North Ferriby United. So let's head over to the coast and see what's going on. So here we are in Redcar, and coming into today's game, Redcar Athletic are top of the Northern Premier League Division 1 East and North Ferriby are in 7th place. And although there's 15 points difference between the sides, it doesn't really tell the full story of North Ferriby's season because they've actually lost fewer games in the league than Redcar Athletic. They've only actually had 2 defeats, whereas we have had 3. So North Ferriby are not as high as they should be because they've become the draw specialists in this league with 9 draws so far. And seeing as a draw is the one thing that we haven't had this season, well, what's the odds on that happening this afternoon? Well, let's head into the Hollou Sports Stadium and see how it all pans out. So here we are approaching the Hollou for today's game. And as usual, confirmation of the fixture on the fixture board. There it is, North Ferriby. And there is Sammy's already got some customers and we're only at 1 o'clock, so this is pretty good. And let's have a look. Let's have a look round at the fan zone. And let's have a look in the Steelmen's.
How you doing, Elizabeth?
Hello.
I'm walking on there.
All
right, and again we've already got some people in nice and early today. Bernie Slaven is going to be giving a talk at 2 o'clock, a Q&A session. So we'll try and bring you some of that. So now it's time for our regular programme review, and today's issue of By the Sea is the usual 32 pages for £2, and it's got Brad Fewster on the front cover from our last home game. Usual format, contents on the inside, and then my column down the lane. Then we've got the Redcar Athletic Club history, Gaffer's comments today reflecting looking forward to today's game, match report on the 4-1 win against Bradford Park Avenue, squad and sponsors, mandatory ads, all of the facts and stats, team lineups, attendances, etc., league table and this week's fixtures. Then we got more mandatory ads, North Ferriby history, North Ferriby player profiles, club roundup from the under 23s, under 21s and women's team, and then we've got some guest articles, The Untold Game, Arcan's Asylum, and Good on Paper, the regular column from the non-league paper, and of course the team lineups on the back. So let's have a quick look around pre-match. Burger Van doing a good business on this cold afternoon. Although it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, I have to say. It's, the sun's out, and that's reflected in the fact we've actually got people out in the booths today, which I didn't expect to see. I'm not going to go in the Steelmen because it's absolutely rammed. So I think you can see absolutely full with that Q&A with Bernie Slaven. And there's Brian in the club shop, and there's the starting lineup. And so noticeable team changes today. John Howard makes his first start after coming back from that bad injury against Gisborne in the FA Cup, and Oscar Fletcher is suspended today because of exceeding the minimum number of bookings. And the fan zone is actually shut today. There are people in here, but it's not open for business because it needs to be adjusted for heat for the winter months. So there's going to be heaters put at these two ends in the next couple of weeks so that we'll be able to use it as a winter venue, but it was deemed that it'd be too cold to open it today, so that's the reason why the event got moved into the Steelmans. And the teams are coming out for today's game here at the Hollou. And as usual, Redcar in their regular home strip of red and navy blue. And today, North Ferriby are actually in their regular kit of white shirts and green shorts. And a full start. But now we are underway here at the Hollou Sports Stadium. Keeping the ball in on the right, plays inside and wins the first corner of the game for the Steelmen. So it's going to be John Howard on corner taking duty for the Steelmen today. Fired in towards the near post and cleared. Kev Burgess, I think, yeah. Howard out to Curtis Round. Fuster, and the ball takes a deflection, but not enough to trouble the keeper. He kick to Ferriby, taken by Jack Johnson, and just tipped round the corner. That was Elliot Walker with the first time effort, and Masfari getting low down, and it's a corner to North Ferriby. So corner to Ferriby to take him and headed goalwards, and Masfari just about gets hold of it, and in fact referees awarded a free kick. Louis Johnson, Owen Burns, Johnson into Fuster, and Boys, and all just about grabbed by Ben Bottomley there, with both Curtis Round and Adam Boys in attendance. Well done by the keeper there. So both teams having early chances, and it's Elliot Walker again, and this time Masfari takes cleanly. Curtis Round on the charge. Plays in Brad Fuster. Fuster's first time effort, well held by Bottomley. Danny Lay on the ball, out to Curtis Round. And wins another corner for the Steelmen. Burns plays through Adam Boys, who beats the offside trap. And he finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 to the Steelmen. Great through ball from Owen Burns, beating the offside trap. And Adam Boys keeping his cool to calmly slot home. It is 1-0 to the Steelmen here at the Hollou Sports Stadium. Curtis Round couldn't quite get hold of it. Wins it back. Elliot Walker. And no one there. Redcar come again with Round. Kev Burgess. Patient build up from the Steelmen. Bartlett inside to Howard. Louis Johnson making a chance and just about kept out by Bottomley with a save low down to his right. It's another corner to the Steelmen. So it's going to be Howard with the latest corner for Redcar. Headed back across goal. Burns. Howard. Round the corner to Round. Back into the box. Still not cleared away the danger from Ferriby's point of view. John Howard, is he going to go for goal? He's still got the ball and just scrambled to safety again by Ferriby, and this time they break. And a foul committed. Jack Johnson on the ball for Ferriby, inside to Louis Kirk. It was Sam Ainsley that forced the initial save from Asfari, and then the ball fired over the bar. Kirk out wide to Walters. Charlie Clements. Ainsley again. And a good challenge by Curtis Round, and the ball played over the top to Boys. And it's going to be picked up by Round. Real 50-50 ball there. And Ainsley on the break for North Ferriby. But one back by Round. Ferriby still in possession. Back to Johnson. And the ball cleared again. Johnson. And a foul one. So Mark Anderson, who's come on as a sub as expected for Louis Johnson, who wasn't able to continue. Adam Boys on the left. Back to Curtis Round, who crosses. Guru. Howard. Into Mark Anderson. Goes for goal and just kept out by Bottomley with another save down to his right. And now it's going to be Anderson on corner taking duty. Plays it in long and just fired over by Burgess. And the referee has blown the half-time whistle here at the Hollou Sports Stadium. And quite an even first half, but Redcar take a slender advantage into the break. Here at the Hollou it is, Redcar Athletic 1, North Ferriby 0. Half-time then, Redcar Athletic 1, North Ferriby 0. It's a tough game as we expected it to be. Obviously North Ferriby, a side that don't lose many games, and you can see why, having seen that opening 45 minutes. Redcar definitely had chances to have added to their total, but Ferriby have not been without their own chances. Josh Masfari's had to pull off a few good saves. Bottomley in the Ferriby goal has made a couple of great saves down to his right to deny Brad Fewster and Mark Anderson. So I think the second goal is all important for Redcar, and if they don't get it, well, then the chances of North Ferriby extending their run of drawn games becomes more likely. So everything to play for in the second half. Let's see what happens. And we're back underway here at the Hollou. Ferriby attacking down the right, and the ball flicks over the bar for a corner. Elliot Walker once again on corner duty for North Ferriby. Played into the box, headed clear, and the danger cleared by Redcar. Boys does well to win the ball back. Boys plays up Howard and just wide. And in fact it took a nick on the way through, so it's going to be a corner for the Steelmen. So Anderson with a corner on this right hand side. And misses everyone. Ferriby on the attack with Dennison. And cleared. Now here come Redcar. Howard creating an opening and blocked and fired into the arms of Bottomley, who manages to keep it out, palm it away for another corner. So corner to the Steelmen to be taken by Anderson. Fired in. Picked up by Howard. Cleared only as far as Guru. Danny Lay trying to find Curtis Round, but picked up by Walker. Now Ferriby looked to counter on the right and dealt with again by the home defence. Now Redcar with Round, and the ball goes. Adam Boyes gets behind the defence, looking for support. Found it from Round, who fires just over the bar. Ferriby on the attack again, and fizzed in by the substitute and held. So it's going to be Anderson with the latest corner for the Steelmen. Played into the middle, headed in the air. Danny Lay.
Win some of these! Ready, one more!
John Howard plays it into a dangerous area and wins another corner. So Anderson from the right hand side this time. Howard again, ricochets and in! It's a goal! It's Kev Burgess. He fires the ball home through a crowd of players, and Redcar double their advantage here at the Hollou Sports Stadium. It's 2-0 to the Steelmen. Guru out to Fuster. Good trickery from Fuster. Howard again, and straight at Bottomley this time. This time it's going to be Elliot Walker on free kick duties for Ferriby as they look to try and get back into this game, and that one's fairly comfortable for Masfari. Great work by Burns there, holding off challenges, and now Fuster is robbed by Kirk, and Ferriby bring the ball clear. Charlie Clements on the ball. Guru. Fuster into Burns. Couldn't quite get it out of his feet. Thacker. Thacker running forward. And ball spins out of control momentarily, but picked up by Fuster. And Thacker has it again. Dangerous spell this from Ferriby into the centre of the box, and finally the danger's cleared with Anderson out to Fuster. And a loose ball, and I think unfortunately that's going to be, is it a red card? It is a red card, I'm afraid, for John Howard there with that rash challenge. And Redcar are going to have to play the remainder of this game with 10 men. And the ball robbed by Adam Boys, but somehow Bottomley manages to get away with it and gets the ball back. And that was a golden opportunity to wrap the game up, but for the moment it's gone begging. Ferriby on the attack again. Goes for goal and gathered by Masfari low down. And fired over the bar. Curtis Round finds the net with a scooped effort. And that wraps up the points here at the Hollou. It is 3-0 to the Steelmen deep into injury time with a scooped effort from Curtis Round. 3-0 to the Steelmen. Headed clear. And the referee blows the final whistle here at the Hollou. And it's another 3 points for the Steelmen as we finish here. Redcar 3, North Ferriby 0. So joined after today's victory by Steelman manager Carl Jarrett. 3-0, but it was a tough game out there today.
Yeah, we expected no different. We knew that North Ferriby were a good team. We played them early doors in the FA Cup, and they give us a good game then. So they've played really well this season up to now. You know, they haven't been beat many times. I think they're unbeaten in 8, even though they drew a lot. So we knew they'd cause us a few problems. Obviously, we've had a 2-week break, which is not nice to have at this time when you want to keep on going with the games. You know, playing really well at times, and it just felt like one of them games today. You know, coming back of holiday, everyone. We didn't really start the game well. We let them into the game a few times. Josh has made a great save in the first 5 minutes, down the bottom corner of the left. And then obviously we've got our goal yet again. You know, Boise threw ball off Burnsy, great bit of play. and he tucks it away, gets us comfortably in the lead 1-0, and you know, you think you're going to kick on from there, but we just didn't look like ourselves in the first half. You know, we spoke about a few things at half time, and then went from there. You know, and then obviously the game changes with the sending off, and we get ourselves, you know, together as a 4-4-1, and we carry on and we work hard right through the game, and they caused us a few issues, but the lads kept on going, you know, and to come away with 3 goals and 3 points, clean sheet is fantastic against a very, very good team.
And unfortunately also picked up a couple of injuries and suspension today. Looked like quite a bad gash on Louis Johnson there.
Yeah, bad gash on his shin. It's gone straight through one of the studs into his shin, and it's opened up a nasty gap on his shin. Hopefully he'll still be okay for next Saturday. We'll have to have a little look at him. Louis said he seems to be okay if he gets a bit of treatment. And yeah, we picked up suspensions. Obviously Danny getting his 5th yellow, and then and with John getting a red, you know, suspended. But we say it every week, you know, this is what the squad's for. You know, we've got a good squad at the present minute. Yep, we picked up a couple of injuries, but we'll have to assess that. I'm just going to try and enjoy a Saturday with a win.
And are you expecting Rio May to be back in contention next week?
He was close. He was already close this week. He just trained on Thursday and didn't feel right, so we just thought we'd leave him out precautionary and have him back next week. And we get Oscar back next week, so there's a bit of good news there as well. And
of course a match next weekend against opponents who we know very well from last season in Blythe Town.
Yeah, Blythe up their place. He always gives a good game. Tough place to go as well. I know they sat down there in the relegation zone, but I don't look at that. We've got to look at ourselves, how we're going to figure out how big Blythe Town, and you know, work as many things as we can to Tuesday, Thursday within that hour we have them, and try and put on a good show again next week and work hard and get them 3 points. All right, Carl, enjoy your Saturday evening. Well done. Thank you.
So it finishes Redcar Athletic 3, North Ferriby 0. A tough game despite the scoreline. Redcar having to work really hard for that one. Obviously it wasn't without its casualties. Louis Johnson getting a nasty gash on his leg, which may well end up ruling him out for some games. We'll have to see. Danny Lay, the captain, picking up a booking that takes him over the number of cards for a suspension, so he'll miss a game next week at Blythe, and also John Howard, of course, will get a 3-match ban. So a tough day at the office, and the game not really wrapped up until very late there when Curtis Round got that goal. But having said that, you know, we can be happy that we've overcome a side that are very difficult to beat. North Ferriby had only lost 2 games in the league and showed why. And these are the games that you have to win if you're going to be serious title contenders. And on the evidence of what we've seen today, you would have to say that Redcar deserve the position that they've got in the league table right now. And we'll be looking to continue that in the weeks ahead. Obviously, a game coming up next against very well-known opposition in the face of Blythe Town, who of course came up with us from the Northern League last season and gave us 2 very, very difficult games. Despite their low position in the table, we won't be expecting an easy match when we go there next week. Before that, hopefully the weather will be a bit kinder than it was in the last midweek when we were all set to cover a game or 2, but the snow put paid to that. Let's hope we have more luck in midweek, so watch out for some midweek action. But until then, catch you later.